On this beautiful morning, we are going to be going through my 2-month content creation performance review while we get in a little lift. This one's not revolutionary, but I've enjoyed making content. That's definitely a big one. I wasn't sure if it's something I would like doing longer term, but even after 2 months of putting out stuff, I'm still looking forward to making things. I'm still looking forward to coming up with new ideas, looking forward to editing in new ways. So it's a lot more fun than I thought it would be. It's something I want to do even after I'm tired after a long days of work. And there's not a lot of things I want to do after a long day of work. So the fact that it's something I look forward to doing at the end of a long day, pretty huge. Really quite nifty, I would say. Talking about strengths and weaknesses, I am definitely long listed on the weakness side of things still, and shortlisted on the strengths. But I would say the one strength that I've noticed is just my consistency with it. I've been able to produce content um, on the schedule that I've wanted to, which is multiple pieces every week. So I'm really happy with how consistent I've been able to stay. It's definitely something that I'm doing well, and I want to continue doing that well going forward. One thing I have noticed that I'm bad at is concluding videos or wrapping things up or giving things a punchline. I have a lot of ideas where they just don't go anywhere. They start out strong, the content itself is fun, but there's just there's no bow on top of it to close it out. Notice it with both shorts and with like longer form videos where they just kind of end. They don't have like some concluding thought or a punchline or anything like that. So that's something I'm need to work on. I don't even know how to get better at that though. I, I don't know, just be better, get good, I guess. I don't know if that it's something I need to work on. I need to get some 2.5s for this gym. Bye, dear. Have fun at work. Thanks for being gainfully employed. Another thing I want to work on is just getting my tech up to speed, um, improving my audio quality, improving my video quality. Those are two areas that I could really just use a lot of work on. Lighting in my studio, um, like getting some sound barriers, things like that in my studio. Those will all come with time, I think. Um, but I do think they'll have a pretty major impact on just the overall quality of the content I'm putting out. Working set number 1. Talking about weaknesses, I definitely have to figure out the direction of my content at some point. I mean, we're kind of narrowing in on weightlifting, video games, house improvements, self-reflection. Okay, well, I guess that's not really narrowing down. We're not narrowed down whatsoever at this point. Do I even want to narrow down? That's a fair question. But if I want to grow if I want to grow an audience, I really have to pick a niche and stick with that. Oh, I did forget one strength. One strength is that my wife says she likes my content. So, no big deal. It's kind of a big win though. Oh geez. Okay, so I almost forgot about this one. And I would say this is probably my biggest weakness at the moment because it's more than just the content itself. It is so incredibly easy for me to be more anxious and spend more energy worrying about my viewer count than worrying about the actual content itself. I'll find myself being anxious or unsettled when I haven't checked my viewer count in a while on a video. There's this lie that I believe where if I check it and it's high enough, then I'll be at peace and I'll be happy and I'll be able to relax and chill. The problem with that, though, is as soon as I hit a new benchmark in viewer, that's the benchmark. That's the new bar to reach. So any video that doesn't hit that, again, makes me anxious and unsettled until I hit whatever new mark that I've set for myself. So it's just an unending cycle. It doesn't matter if I have 1 view, 10 views, or 100 views, 1,000 views. The cycle is going to repeat no matter how big or small of a creator I am. So I might as well deal with it right now than wait and deal with it later. So in order to combat this whole viewership obsession thing, I try to remind myself of 3 things every time I go to check my viewer number, which some days, gosh, it's I don't know, 20, 30 times a day, which is ridiculous. But I try to remind myself of these 3 things every time. The first one is I just try to bring gratitude to mine. I just want to be grateful that I get to create in the first place. It's not something that everyone gets to do. It's not something that I might be able to do forever. So I'm just thankful that I get to create. The second thing I try to remind myself of is my identity. And what I mean by that is my identity is not in the number of views I get, the comments I get, or what people think of my content. My identity is built on who I am as an individual. And specifically, it's built on my identity in Christ. And that's another video for another day where we can talk about how Christ allows you to be self forgetful. But if you want a good book on that, The Freedom of Self-Forgetfulness by Tim Keller is extraordinarily helpful. And the third thing I want to remind myself of is purpose. Am I creating for views and for likes and for comments? For the most part, I'm creating because I feel that's what I'm called to do right now. All right, I got to wrap this up. So what's our big takeaway from this whole self-reflection? I think we got to keep making content. We've got to focus on combating our weaknesses, putting effort towards overcoming those. And I think just the act of reflecting on what my weaknesses were today allowed me to brainstorm some ways to combat those. So that was really helpful. And then 3, I need to learn how to close out videos because I am so bad at that. Have a good day, y'all. And I will see you alligators later.